Well, the question is the thief on the cross. Hold on. Yeah, the thief on the cross being with JC, and he says, "Today in paradise you will be with me." Yet,
Right.
yet didn't the New Testament say that after his death he went to preach to the souls in hell?
So that comes up in the book of Luke. Unlike, for example, Matthew, where both the criminals whom Jesus was crucified with did not believe, in Luke, Jesus assures the thief that says to the other guy, says, we're here for a good reason. We're being crucified because we had it coming, but this guy is completely innocent. Yeah. So one guy believes. That's what's different about Luke's passion narrative. Of course, he never got baptized. How did he get saved without baptism? So he said, today you'll be with me in paradise. So that Jesus was spending the weekend in a spiritual Bahamas. He was spending the weekend in a, in a spiritual Bali, right? But ideas do develop in the church that Jesus spent that time in the pit of hell. And that idea does permeate many Christian thinkers who elaborate on this in paintings of Jesus saving people from hell and so on. And the point is, something that I think comes up very frequently on this show is they don't have to agree. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant. I mean, Luke says that Elizabeth and Zechariah, the parents of John the Baptist, never sinned in Luke 1:6. Paul says that everybody sins, see Romans chapter 3. Well, why aren't Christians just canceling their membership with their church? Because they don't agree. Because they don't even know that. In fact, right now, as we're speaking, Christians who are listening to me are opening up their Bibles and looking this up and trying to figure out how is this possible, that Elizabeth and Zechariah kept all the commandments blamelessly. Blamelessly? Well, how does that comport? So, that's a minor issue but it's very attractive. The notion that Jesus goes into the pit of hell, incidentally, is a theme found frequently in Greek tragedies. It's found the idea that the gods go into hell, and I write about this in both of my volumes of Let's Get Biblical, that this, tracing this theme of the gods going to the pit of hell to rescue people who shouldn't be there, shouldn't be in the grave. So it's easy to understand how that idea would quickly infiltrate, the church. But if you're going to ask me, how does one passage in Christian thought agree with another idea in Christianity, I'm going to tell you they don't agree, and they don't have to agree. It doesn't matter. It's at that moment what feels right. And what feels right is that if one thief recognizes, it means he's a criminal, but he saw the truth, it doesn't even matter that in Matthew, neither of the criminals who were crucified with Jesus didn't believe. Like, why don't Christians ask that? They don't care. It's not that they don't care, it's just they don't see it. Because each segment of the canon is there to give you a certain feel, a certain high. And if it disagrees with another, it doesn't matter, because Christian theology is not univocal. It's highly variegated. Why don't Christians notice that the book of James differs dramatically from the letters of Paul? They just don't. Luther noticed it. He didn't want to include it in his German translation. But, that's Luther. Luther was a horrible person, but he was a Christian scholar. And so only those kinds of people. So therefore, just people don't notice these things. Anyway, thank you very much for your question. And please do keep my dad in your prayers. If you enjoyed this program, please like and subscribe.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא ועת נעשה בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא עובד